So I just found an interview, and I'm just going to read it down. The right moment that is 4 a.m. here. So this interview is about Sri Gadadhara Pandit's role in the Gaudiya Sampradaya in relation to just the recent crowned Mahanta on Radhakund, who is president on Jiva Institute for Vaishnava Studies, and he is by the name of Satyanarayan Das Babaji. So they ask him, question: on your website, where I'm on the lineage where I'm reading, it says you say that Jiva Goswami's uncles, Rupa-Sanatana Goswami, received Diksha from Gadadhara Pandit and Jiva Goswami, following the line of his uncles. I do not see that anywhere in our Vaishnava literature. Is that in Chaitanya Charitamrita? Kindly assist me to know the correct answer as based on our Shastra. Satyanarayan Das: I do not have any clear evidence from Shastra on this. What I have written on the website is what I have heard from my Gurudev, who is part of Gadadhara Parivar family and has himself heard it in parampara. I trust his words and have no reason to think otherwise. Obviously, it is not binding on others to have the same belief. Others will demand an evidence. Frankly speaking, I do not have any unambiguous, explicit evidence which will convince one without a doubt. It is my personal conviction, and I am not trying or expecting others to agree with me. But since I have put it on my website on the authority of my Gurudeva, and question is raised on it, I am obliged to give some explanation. I will begin with an example. We Gaudiya Vaishnavas believe, have faith and trust that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but if a non-Gaudiya asks for evidence, it may not appear very convincing for them. At least I am not aware of any such evidence. Obviously, it would have to be acceptable to a non-Gaudiya, which means not the words of the followers of Mahaprabhu, but some Shastra acceptable to both Gaudiyas as well as non-Gaudiyas, such as their Puranas, evidences such as the Krishna Varnam verse, Trisha Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam 11.532, are not very explicit and have alternative interpretations by other scholars, including Sridhar Swami, who is accepted as an authority even by Mahaprabhu himself. Nonetheless, we Gaudiyas have no doubt about Mahaprabhu being the Supreme Lord. Krishna himself. Just as an aside, I have collected a few explicit verses about Mahaprabhu in the Tattva Sandarbha appendix, although these may also not be very convincing to a non-Gaudiya. The question about the Guru of Sri Rupa and Sanatan is similar, albeit within the Gaudiya community. Nonetheless, I am giving some evidences which you may or may not accept. One possible evidence is Sri Gadadhara Staka, in which the last line of each of the 8 slokas reads Bhajami aham Gadadharam Supanditam Gurum Prabhum. I worship my Guru and Master Sri Gadadhara disciples of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasvati Maharaj. However, the third author's name is mentioned as Swarupa Goswami and not as Rupa Goswami. I have no idea who Swarupa Goswami is. As stated above, my Gurudeva believes it is Rupa Goswami. The other evidence is from a book called Sanadipika by Sri Radhakrishna Goswami, a disciple of Haridas, who is a grand disciple of Sri Gadadhara Pandit. Sri Haridas is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adi Leela, chapter 12. In the list of Sri Gadadhara Pandita Saka and in Bhakti Ratnakar, chapter 13. He was the Pujari of Sri Radha Govinda Deva in Vrindavan. The temple established by Rupa Goswami in the Mangala Charanam of this book, he writes the following verse 1.3. Sri Chaitanya Priyatama Sri Madhvacharya Gadadhara Tat Parivara Rupasya Sri Govinda Prasivanam Tayu Sat Prima Sat Patram Sri Rupa Karunamburi Tat Pada Kamala Dvande Ratir Mesyad Braje Sada. Sri Radha Gadadhara, name used for Gadadhar Pandit, is most dear to Sri Chaitanya. Sri Rupa, who belongs to his Gadadhara's family, has established service to Sri Govinda. Sri Rupa Goswami, an ocean of mercy, is a befitting recipient of the pure love of these two, Sri Chaitanya and Sri Gadadhara. May I have love for these two lotus feet of that Sri Rupa in Braja. Later on, in the same chapter, he writes that both Rupa Goswami and Sri Sanatana Goswami appointed devotees belonging to Gadadhara family as servitors of their respective temples as per the wish of Mahaprabhu. He further writes that Sri Rupa offered the service of Govinda Deva to Haridas Goswami, knowing him to be the Swarupa of Sri Gadadhara. My Gurudeva's comment on this is that Sri Rupa Goswami did not appoint Sri Jiva Goswami as the in-charge of Govinda Ji temple. Sri Jiva was definitely qualified and also belonged to the Gadadhar Parivar, being the only initiated disciple of Rupa Goswami. Jiva. However, because the latter was his nephew, he appointed another person of the Gadadhar Parivar, so that nobody could presume that Sri Rupa was favoring his blood relative. Sri Sanatana Goswami did the same. He could have appointed Sri Jiva Goswami or his own son Sri Rajendra, who also lived in Braja and is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Sanatana Goswami rather appointed Krishnadasa Brahmachari, who also belonged to the Gadadhar family. Both Haridas and Krishnadas are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita as part of the Gadadhar branch. According to Sanadipika, all the three main temples of Vrindavan, Govindaji, Madan Mohan and Gopinath, were served and managed by the followers of Sri Gadadhar. This is also mentioned by Nartam Das in Pratana Sanktin that he also belongs to Gadadhar Parivara. Dhanamura Nityananda, Patimura Gaurachandra, Pranamura Yugala Kishora, Madhvacharya Bol, Gadadhara Mura Kula, Narahari Vilasai Mura. Nitananda is my wealth, Gaurachandra is my master, husband, and the Yugala Kishora is my very life. Madhvacharya is my strength, Gadadhar my family, and Narahari Sarakara always plays within my heart. Before Mahaprabhu sent Rupa and Sanatana Goswami to Vrindavan, he had sent Sri Bhurgava Goswami and Sri Lokanath Goswami there. Bhurgava Goswami is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita as part of the Gadadhar branch. Lokanath Goswami is supposed to be the nephew of Bhurgava Goswami, and in all possibility was also a follower of Gadadhar Pandit. This is to be confirmed by Nartam Das Thakur's song stated above, Gadadhara Murakula, Gadadhara is my family. Since Narottam was a disciple of Lokanath Goswami, as stated in Bhakti Ratnakar, chapter 1, verse 346, and is also understood from the song Sri Guru Charana Padama. From Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is understood that Mahaprabhu gave Vigraha Seva, service to the deity, and also the Tota Gopinath deity himself, to Gadadhara Pandit. He was also given the service to recite Bhagavad Purana Bhagavad Purana. Mahaprabhu personally used to listen to it from his mouth at the bank of Narendra Sarovara in Puri. According to the author of Sadhana Dipika, it means that he authorized especially Gadadhara Pandit to propagate Vigraha Seva and the teaching of Bhagavata. This implies that Mahaprabhu also authorized Gadadhara Pandit to initiate, because deity worship cannot be performed without mantra diksha. Therefore, it is not surprising that the deity worship in Vrindavan was performed by the followers of Gadadhara Pandit. In Sadhana Dipika, chapter 7, page 143, it is written that in Puri, Navadvip and in Vrindavan, the service to the deities of Mahaprabhu and recitation of Bhagavad Purana is done by the followers of Gadadhara Pandit, who is the main representative of the internal potency of Mahaprabhu. This was according to the desire of Mahaprabhu. This point is reiterated in other parts of this book with references to Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat. We furthermore know that Achyutananda, the son of Madhvacharya, was a disciple of Gadadhara Pandit. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, writing his purport to Adilila 12:17, from a book named Sakan Nirnayamrita, it is understood that Achyutananda was a disciple of Gadadhara Pandit, and that he took shelter of Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri and engaged in devotional service. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila chapter 10 states that Achyutananda, the son of Madhvacharya, lived in Jagannath Puri, taking shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gadadhara Pandit, in the last years of his life, also lived with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. There is no doubt, therefore, that Achyutananda was a disciple of Pandita Gadadhara. In Antyalila chapter 7, there is also the story of a Balabhabhata visiting Mahaprabhu. In verse 171, it is mentioned that Balabhabhata took mantra diksha from Gadadhara Pandit. This also indicates that Mahaprabhu wanted Pandita Gadadhara to accept disciples on his behalf. It also agrees with the idea that Mahaprabhu came to give Radha Baba, as Gadadhara is a manifestation of Radha. From all these evidences, it is clear that Mahaprabhu wished Sri Gadadhara Pandit, who is Radha herself, to initiate on his behalf and propagate deity worship and teachings of Bhagavad Purana through his disciples. Of course, to this one may object that I am biased because I belong to Sri Gadadhara's family myself and I am trying to include the Goswamis as part of my own parivar. In any case, this is my personal view and I am not trying to convince anyone. Personally, it does not matter to me what others have faith in, because whether Sri Rupa-Sanatana are disciples of Sri Gadadhara Pandit or someone else does not diminish their greatness, nor does it change our philosophy. As long as we agree on the Siddhanta, there is no problem, even if our beliefs about historical facts are different. Question. Even though Nartam sings Gadadhara Murakula, Gadadhara is my family, this could be a metaphor only or glorification in poetry. Otherwise, Pati Mora Gaurachandra, husband of Gaurachandra, is the same song means Narottama, is a Nagari or gay or so? Answer. The word Pati does not always mean husband. It means protector, master or lord, as in the words Jagatpati, Lord of the universe. Satwatpati, master of the Satwatas, used for Krishna. So the above song can be taken metaphorically, or it can also convey some facts. In Bhakti Ragnakar 1 598 to 602, it is mentioned that Vidyavachaspati was the religious teacher of Sri Sanatana Goswami Bhattacharyam Sarvabhauvam Vidyavachaspati Guru. Sanatana respectfully mentioned the name of his guru in his book Sri Dasama Tipani. Therefore it seems that he received Diksha from Vidyavachaspati and not from Sri Gadadhara Pandit. Answer. The word guru means any respectable person. It could be a teacher or family member. It does not always mean Diksha Guru. We have to understand the meaning of a word in the cultural context. At present, in spiritual societies, the word guru seems to have only one meaning. Example, one who gives initiation. But if you refer to any Sanskrit dictionary, you will see so many other meanings of this word. In Sanskrit literature, the word guru is not understood only in the sense it is understood at present. In fact, the word guru may be hardly used in the sense it is understood now. The closest you will find is one who does the Upanayana Samskar, the sacred thread ceremony, which was performed for males at the young of 8-11 years. One has to be knowledgeable how the words are used by the author. Therefore, one needs to study in the tradition, know the cultural background. Words change meaning over a period of time. We have to keep that in mind. Sanatana Goswami studied under Vidyavachaspati. It does not necessarily mean that he took Diksha from him. In fact, the above translation says religious teacher. He studied before he met Mahaprabhu. It is assumed that after he became a follower of Mahaprabhu, he accepted Vaishnava Diksha from someone. It is a well-known fact that of the Panchatattva, only Gadadhara Pandit stayed with Mahaprabhu in Puri. Nityananda Prabhu and Madhvacharya were not living in Puri. So it is quite probable that Sri Sanatana and Sri Rupa got Diksha from Gadadhara Pandit. Gadadhara Pandit is supposed to be Srimati Radha. Mahaprabhu is supposed to have appeared to give Radha Baba. Then it makes sense that he asked Sri Rupa and Sanatana to take mantra from Sri Gadadhara Pandit, since these two were the main proponents of his Vedanta. Question. In the vocation to Lagu Bhagavatamrita or Sivrihad Bhagavatamrita, manifested by the lotus words of my master, this book is a summary. So from this I would assume that Rupa Goswami was a disciple of Sanatana Goswami. Answer. The Sanskrit word used as Mat Prabhupada, my master, this does not mean that Sanatan is his Diksha Guru. It is an honorific title. No, honorific title. My God. It is an honorific title. In the devotee community, it is very popular to call each other Prabhu. There is no difference between the word Prabhu and Prabhupada, although people think so. By adding Pada after Prabhu, it becomes more respectful, but the meaning is the same. Question. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami also states that Sanatana Goswami and not Gadadhara is his guru. Vishram Mandir Rataya Tasya Sanatana Tanur Marisasya. Jiva Goswami comments on this. Atani yani jeshta devar vatarayana nija gurum savam prartayari. Makes this work named the ocean of nectar composed of bhakti ras always serve as the recreation hall of my Lord, manifested in the form of called Sanatana Goswami for his pleasure. Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu 113. Jiva Goswami's commentary praising his Guru Sanatan as the avatara of his worshipable Lord. The author makes a prayer. This scripture is called the Ocean of Nectar, in which the nectar is Bhakti Ras. May this work serve as the resting place of my Lord Sri Krishna, who, although always situation in his own form, although always situated, Sanatana manifests many other forms including the body, Sanatana. Answer: the verse does not use the word Guru at all. The commentator Sri Goswami does say that the author prays to his Guru. The word Guru could mean initiating Guru, or teacher, or just elder brother. If one wants to take it to mean initiating Guru, it is fine with me, but that is not how I take it. The problem is, as I have said elsewhere, that in the past it was not accustomed to reveal the name of the Guru freely. I give the example of my own Guru Deva. He was printed more than 80 books, and whatever books I have read, and I have read most of them, I have not seen his Guru's name mentioned even once. I have never heard him say his Guru's name except on some very special occasions. Therefore, it is difficult to know the Guru's name of traditional Vaishnavas from their writings. Not that they never mention it, but it is not very common. The other cause of confusion is the word Guru itself, which has various meanings besides initiating person. It's being published on Jiva.org. Sri Gadadhara Pandit's role in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Very interesting.